going to start with some gentle stretches into the neck. So taking the right ear over to the right shoulder. Take a slow breath in, slow breath out. Start to bring the head back through to center and take the left ear over to the left shoulder. Take a breath here. Breathing out. Slowly start to come back through to center. Take the right ear over to the right shoulder. Start to bring the chin to the chest. Take the left ear to the left shoulder. Start to come into some nice, gentle, mindful half circles here. Allowing the head to hang heavy as it comes across the front of the body. And in your own time, we're going to start to draw some full circles, just piercing the lips open slightly. Start to notice any clicks, any cracks. We're going to do 3 one side. In your own time, we're going to take it the opposite direction and draw 3 circles with the head, maybe closing down the eyes and starting to tune into the area, into the shoulders, into the neck. And when you're ready, let's slowly start to come back through to center. We're going to inhale, reach the arms high and start to clasp the hands behind the head. Really think about sending the elbows towards the back of the space. Start to squeeze into the shoulder blades. And as we exhale, start to bring the elbows to touch, start to bring the chin towards the chest and start to round through that upper back. Take a breath here, breathing in. As we inhale, we're going to come back through to center. We're going to place the hands onto the shoulders and we're going to start to draw some nice circles here. Maybe starting off a little bit smaller and then starting to make these circles a little bit bigger. Really squeezing the shoulder blades together as the elbows go back. And when you're ready in your own time, we're going to start to change direction nice and slow. Keep working with the breath. When you're ready, coming back through to center. We're going to find our way into a tabletop position. And keeping the toes tucked to find a nice gentle toe stretch. We're going to start to come into some cat and cows, but see if you can start to bring some free movement in. So maybe start to do our cat and cows at the same time as maybe starting to draw some circles with the shoulders above the fingertips, rounding through the spine and arching through the spine. Just moving freely here, starting to release any tension into the sides, body. And in your own time, start to change direction nice and slow. Maybe start to bring some gentle sways of the head. You ready? We're going to slowly start to come back through to center. We're going to find our puppy pose. So walking the hands towards the top corners of the mat. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees. We're going to start to lower the chest, maybe untucking the toes, maybe taking a block or a blanket underneath the head to add that little bit of support. And we're going to hold it here for around 5 breaths, starting to really open into the shoulders. With every breath, we want to feel as though we're melting, our chest, our shoulders are melting towards the mat. Let's take 3 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Last breath. As we exhale, we're going to slowly start to come back through to center, nice and slow. We're going to see if we can bring the right foot through and plant it in between the hands. And in our own time, we're going to start to lift through the upper body, starting to find our low lunge. We're going to take the arms out wide. And we're going to take the left arm underneath the right and find our eagle arms. So maybe the hands are here, the back of the hands. Maybe the hands are coming onto the shoulders. Or maybe you're finding that nice balance. We're going to take a slow inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to take the arms over to the right. As we inhale, we're coming back through to center. As we exhale, we're taking the arms over to the left. As we inhale back through to center, we're going to inhale, reach the fingertips high. And as we exhale, start to bring the elbows towards the belly button. Inhale, let's come back through to center. We're going to release the arms And we're going to take the arms out high, clasping the hands behind the back, sending the chest forward. And just taking a few breaths here, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. As we exhale, we're going to slowly bring the hands back to the mat. We're going to step the right foot back, planting the right knee, back into our tabletop, and we're going to go on the opposite side. We're going to just sway the hips from side to side. So start to bring the left foot through in your own way, and start to lower the hips forward. Walking the arms up the legs, finding our low lunge. Taking the arms out wide, this time taking the right arm underneath the left. Start to find our eagle arms, wherever that may be. We're going to breathe in. As we exhale, start to take arms over to the left. As we inhale, come back through to center. Exhale, take the arms to the right. Inhale, back through to center. We're going to reach the fingertips high. And as we exhale, start to draw the elbows towards the chest. Inhale, back through to center. We're going to release the arms, take them high. And start to clasp the hands behind the back. And we're going to stay here for a few breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath. As we exhale nice and slow, start to bring the hands back towards the mat. We're going to step the left foot back, coming into our tabletop position. We're now going to slide the right knee towards the back of the right hand. And we're going to start to walk that left foot back. So we're finding our pigeon here. If you feel as though you're rolling onto the right hip, see if you can maybe place a block, a pillow, or a blanket underneath the right hip. You may also want to place one here underneath the left hip if that feels good for you. We're going to see if we can lengthen the spine, and as we exhale, start to come onto the forearms. We're just going to take around 5 breaths here, so breathing in, breathing out. If you want a little bit further, you may want to walk the arms out in front. Maybe resting the heads towards the mat, or maybe onto a block. And just go to where it feels good for you, starting to release that tension into the right outer hip. Taking 2 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. Last breath. As we exhale, start to walk the hands back towards the body. We're going to start to bend into the left knee, so start to tuck the left toe, start to lift the hips and step the right foot back into our tabletop position. We're going to go on the opposite side, so take your time. Start to bring the left knee towards the back of the left hand. Start to slide that left foot across the mat and slide the right foot back. Use the blocks or a pillow or a blanket if you have one nearby. Start to lift through the spine. And as we exhale, start to find our passive pigeon. As long as there's no pain into the knee, we're focusing on sending that right hip towards the mat. Really starting to try and to release tension around that left outer hip into the left glutes. So this is where we can really connect with the breath, start to lengthen into the breath, slow the breath down to help us to start to relax into the muscles. So let's take around 3 more breaths, breathing in, breathing out. 2 more. Last breath. When you're ready, let's walk the hands back towards the body. Tucking the back toe, planting the back knee. We're going to now slide the left knee towards the right. We're going to come onto the tiptoes and we're just going to pass through our downward facing dog. And on the next inhale, start to walk the feet towards the hands. And we're going to find our butterfly. But we're going to find our reclined butterfly. So take hold of the backs of the thighs. Start to lower through the spine, nice and slow. Slow as we can. And start to bring the bottoms of the feet together and start to allow the knees to fall out to the side. You may want to take pillows, blankets, blocks, or any props you have underneath the knees to allow to support the knees. You may want to stay as you are. Or you may want to inhale, take the arms overhead. Maybe take hold of the elbows, maybe close down the eyes. And we're just going to take around 5 breaths here, starting to notice any sensations. into the inner thighs, around the groin. Just see if you can lift the head up. And when we bring the head back to the mat, think about sending the neck towards the mat first. So just adding that little bit of extra length. Let's take 3 more breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more. Last breath. With the next exhale, let's bring the hands towards the back of the thighs. Let's start to close the knees together. Bring the knees into the chest. Take the arms out wide. We're now going to allow the knees to fall over to the right. And start to take the gaze over to the left. So we're finding, finishing off in our spinal twist. We're here for a few breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more breaths. Last breath. As we exhale, start to bring the knees back through to center. We're now going to allow the knees to fall over to the left. And start to take the gaze over to the right. We're here for 3 breaths before we close this practice. Two more. Last breath. As we exhale, start to bring the knees through to center. Start to curl into a small ball. Take hold of the thighs. And when you're ready in your own time, let's head into our Shavasana. Sending the feet towards the top corners. Let's take a slow breath in here. As we exhale, let's open the mouth and spend the last couple of minutes or as long as you need in the most meditative posture, our Shavasana.